What is going on, guys? My name is Diego, and I want to give you a warm welcome to another episode of D Spot, as well as give another welcome to the guys that are joining in through the Barça Blaugranes platform. A very warm welcome on this very warm mid-June day. It is around 30 degrees here in Barcelona. It is hot, and quite honestly, with that come a lot of concern. It might be the temperatures which are making my blood boil. I'm not really sure. However, I needed to get some stuff out of my chest. I know that it had been a long time that I haven't spoken to you guys, so I'm really happy to be back on here. Let me know where you guys are watching from, of course. Give us a thumbs up, give us a smiley, give us a shout out in the comment section. I will get to you guys your questions and comments as this episode will flow along. That said, it won't be a very long episode. To be honest, I refuse to give you guys a news update on any of the fichajes, any of the buying, selling of players talk. You guys must be well informed at this point. Those connecting through the Barça Blaugranes platform of all of the talks, all of the players who are in talks of arriving, the players who are in talks of leaving, as well as on D-Spot. You guys will know as well, will be well informed on all the guys that are in talks of coming and arriving at the Camp Nou. So I'm not going to go over that list because quite honestly, it's a freaking head fuck, okay? It's just that simple. It's a head fuck, and I'm concerned. Ayan Raj, what's up, my friend? Hello, Diego. Hello, Ariane. Good to join you into this Facebook live session as well as this YouTube live session. For all the people that are joining in through the YouTube live, I'm not able to see the comments. I downloaded a new type of software, and I hope I'm using it correctly. Because as you guys will probably know by now, I very often there's some technical problem that always happens, and that I found out after the program. So, but guys, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for your thumbs ups, thumbs ups, yeah, thumbs ups. And do participate. Again, put your comments in the comment section. But to get to the point that I was trying to make earlier, I'm tired of talking about Verratti. I'm tired of talking about Jeremy Mathieu leaving. I'm tired of talking about Arda Turan leaving. I'm tired of talking about Bellerin coming. I'm tired of talking about even Jean Seri. Who else? Coutinho, James, you name it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it because while I understand that the job of a newspaper is to sell newspapers, our job as fans and our job as let's say, or my job as broadcaster is to give you guys at least to cut the filter through all the bullshit. At least that's my opinion. That's my way of looking at what I do here on a weekly basis, and it's very hard to cut through the bullshit. It's obviously the summer. There's no football, so you have to come up with content in order to put out. But I refuse to get into that whole talk because what I find much more concerning is listen, I see your sad faces. I wish I did have news. I'm trying to get in touch with some of the club sources to see what goes on, but they have specifically said that until July there will be no news updates and no movements made. Now that is my cause for concern here, guys, and I hope that you share this with me because I understand that Valverde is literally just hit the floor running. I think yesterday was the first time that he went into the Ciudad Deportiva, walked around the Camp Nou, saw the installations, etc. Now, I understand, okay, this is day one. Give him some time, give him some, introduce him to the club, to what he needs to do, what the club philosophy, you name it, fill him in. Obviously, given his past linked to, given his links to the club, obviously he will be well informed already with what the club is all about. So why am I so concerned? I'm so freaking concerned because Valverde I would have been hoping had been doing his homework the last, say, 2 3 months that he was dealing with Athletic Bilbao. In all respects to Athletic Bilbao, you know, you need your manager to be focused 100% on him, but there must have been talks already with Valverde to say, look, are you coming? Are you gonna come over? Because we need an answer now, because planification for next season needs to not happen on July 1st, but should have been happening ideally on January 1st. You know what I mean? So, and I understand that he was coaching another club. You can't, he's a professional. He will remain professional until this very last day, his very last day of the contract with this club. However, behind the scenes at home, there must have been, or I hope to God that he must have been already starting to plan and some movements, shift to some players, maybe scout some players, have some talks to some players, start making a couple of calls, to agents, to players, behind the scenes, all, on the DL, on the down low. But don't tell me that it's not going to kick off until July 1st, okay? And the fact that we are being told, us, that in the newspapers, that there's no movement, like nothing will happen until July 1st, is a serious cause for concern. Why is that a serious cause for concern? Because Verratti's price, first of all, is only going to go up. We see already Verratti. I would love him to come. I will talk about him for 1 second. I would love him to come. I think he's a great fit. However, his price is already skyrocketing, 80, 100 million. President of PSG said not even for 100 million. So that price is only going up. Then you have Juve in the mix. Then you have his agent saying that it's complicated. You have Madrid in the mix. Madrid doesn't even need a midfielder. Don't get it twisted here. Madrid is only playing their part in this. Their part is to jack Verratti's price up as much as they can. They're not really interested in him. They just want to make sure that Barça, we pay out of the asshole for him. You understand? So all this with time will only be more of a saga, be more of a non-stop drama, and the sooner we can get this over, the better. Now, who else is in the mix? Bellerin, the same thing. He's coming out. Obviously, he needs to look good for his club. So in front of the papers and on Twitter, he's making subliminal messages saying, "Guys, it's not going to happen," or "Don't read everything you need in a newspaper," etc. But I hope to God that behind the scenes they are freaking working their asses off. Okay, I really do, and they are not. The impression that I'm getting is that they're not. I'll be dead honest. Let's have some other causes let's have a look at some other causes for concern, okay? Messi flies to Australia, flies back. Everyone is expecting him to fly. That the reason he flew back to Barcelona, to his house, is to sign his renovación, to sign his renovation. Did that happen? No, that didn't happen. Messi the next day flew off to Ibiza for a well-deserved holiday, but still no signature, no ink on that piece of paper that all of us culés, we need him to do, so that we can all just rest and be chilled and know that we're going to have Messi for muchos años más, for many more years. Another cause for concern, Iniesta. Any sign of any sort of rumor, any sort of news about his renovación, his renovation? If you say renovation, hit me up in the comment section if I say this word wrong. I'm not a native English speaker, so I might say the odd word wrong. Renovation, right? Contract extension, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Iniesta, zip, nothing. He's in talks with, Juve, with China, all kinds of other people, except for the club he needs to be talking to, namely Football Club Barcelona. Mind you, did you guys notice when Iniesta, our captain, was about to hoist the Copa del Rey trophy, and he shook hands with the president, and he did it like there was no contact, eye contact or feeling chemistry whatsoever. That was not, that was fully meditated. Put it that way. There's zero feeling between Andres Iniesta and this board of directors. The same can be said about Messi and a whole bunch of other players. Just look at the way Dani Alves got kicked out, and a whole bunch of other players. Because there's zero feeling with this directivos, with this board of directors and the players, and that is another cause for concern, guys. Serious concern. I'm happy with the motion of the vote of ¿qué era? La moción de censura, the vote for to get their asses kicked out, basically. Again, I don't know how to translate these words, but by this ex presidential candidate, he basically came forward and he put it forward a motion to get this board of directors kicked out. Because right now, look, Bartomeu, I don't think is Rusey. No confidence. Arjan, I see you hitting me up. Arik as well. Thank you, guys. Renewal. That's the word, and vote of no confidence. Exactly. Thank you, guys. So this ex-president who put forward this motion for no confidence, I'm kind of happy about that, because the directivos as well need a kick in the ass here, guys. They need a serious kick in the ass. After firing Zubizarreta, then hiring Roberto Fernandez, just letting Dani Alves go, buying Vermaelen injured, has played practically no games. It's been insignificant for us. Douglas, I mean, it's been account after other account of just horrible club management, all under the pretense of this umbrella of we want to be the first 100 billion or $1 billion club, I think it was. Yeah, 1 billion, not 100 billion. $1 billion club. So while he's fixated on this, on the sporting side of things, the cookie's crumbling, and it's crumbling fast, very fast. And I'm concerned, guys. I'm concerned. So I don't know. Am I the only one on this? Do you guys share my feelings? Because everything that I'm reading, it's just about it's about that. It's about players who cost way too much money for a budget and whose prices are only being jacked up. It's about Messi and Iniesta and other players not signing their renewals. It's about no action, actually openly saying that there will be no action, no news until the 1st of July. So what are you guys doing this month? They've just been with their thumbs up their asses, sitting around all day. At least that's the impression that I get. I'm not saying that they're doing that, but that is the impression that they are giving us, culés, Barça fans, okay? And that's concerning. That's concerning because, in the meantime, Madrid couldn't be in better shape, having won all the important trophies and having a bench and a youth team that is to die for, that is to drool over. So, and here we are, we continue, Barça on the other hand, we continue with all of our doubts and same miseries that we've been trying to mask over this last 2 seasons, thanks to this little genius called Leo Messi, with the help of others, of course, such as Neymar and things. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get to some of your questions. Like I said, I wanted to keep today brief. So these are just, I wanted to talk about concerns. I have no news, unfortunately, no news on players coming in or players coming out. I wish I did, like Jeremy Mathieu. I wish you could say he signed with Fenerbahce or whoever it is and is out, but there's no real news to report just yet. So let me get to your questions. Frederick Henrik, you should do more. You should do this more often. I mean, live thing. Joder, tío, no te puedo pronunciar. Frederick. I do this every week, my friend. I do this during the season. You'll see in the comments or in the video section. I started in April, and I do at least once a week of these. Also, check me out on D-Spot, my YouTube channel, where I do more videos. But my Facebook Live for Barça Blaugranes is at least once a week. So the days I have a job as well, so it's kind of I don't have a concrete day or time, but you can check me out at least once a week, as well as on youtube.com/c/D-Spot. Shameless plug. All my D-Spot peeps. I'm gonna get to you guys in a second. Hang with me. Arsrik. Alright, guys. It's so hot. It's really dry. My mouth is really dry. I can barely pronounce your names. This is water with lemon, in case you're wondering what this disgusting gooey stuff is in there. The thing is, Bartomeu doesn't look like having any idea about the sporting project. Exactly. During the last press conference, all he had to say was, "We have faith in Roberto." Exactly, man. Exactly. And you know what else he said during that meeting or during that press conference? Josep Bartomeu tried to claim that this season was actually a successful one. I mean, I wish that somebody in the crowd would have stood up there and smacked him in his face. A successful season, bro? A successful season after watching Madrid win consecutive Champions League titles? A successful season after having lost to Madrid in the final day, La Liga, which we can only have ourselves to blame? A successful season when we only win Chupito, ese Copa del Rey, una mierda de Copa. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of this Copa del Rey, okay? We have so many of this Copa del Rey. It seems like it's the all-important one for us. And you cling onto it so much that you call it, because of that, a successful season. No, señor Bartomeu. No, señor. It's been a disgrace of his season, and heads need to roll, and shit needs to be shaken up. And it starts with you, Bartomeu, the president, the all responsible, the people who have voted for you, and you're sitting on your ass right now with your fucking thumb stuck in. At least that's what it seems like. Excuse my language. Melvin, is there anything that can be done to force the board out? Well, like I said, so this, I forget his name right now, but it's an ex-presidential candidate who put in a motion of no confidence, a vote of no confidence, I should say, and it's not gonna happen. I mean, it's a very unlikely, unlikely scenario that he will get kicked out. But what is clear is that there is a movement, and there are voices, of people, of socios, of members like myself who are, anything but content with the job that Bartomeu has been doing over the past 2 years. Big question is, who is the alternative? Laporta, not to get into any political views, that I don't share with him. However, that apart, he's done a great job on the sporting side of things. However, it also has to be said that the end of his reign at Barça as president, he became a little bit too obsessed with the political side, because, let's not forget, Football Club Barcelona is the best platform to do any sort of political propaganda with, and that I did not like at all. So, I don't see any real alternatives besides Gerard Piqué, of course. Or what about Puyol? Bernard, didn't most people want Zubizarreta out? Yeah, absolutely. Zubizarreta had to go because he was a mess. But don't substitute a mess with an even almost bigger mess. Don't substitute shit with even more garbage. Get like I've reiterated his name so often that I get sick of it. But we should have gotten Monchi from Sevilla, who was obviously now moved on to Roma, was the perfect person for the role. Just the one of the best and most successful sporting directors in the history of the game, at least here in Spain. He changed the whole culture of Sevilla and has done a fantastic job at the club. And I wish that at least we would have been able to talk to him. But all that is now water under the bridge, and let's see. This is again another podcast or Facebook Live. We talked about this, but it's this summer. This summer is the last summer where Roberto Fernandez can prove himself, because whatever happens this summer is key. It's key. I mean, I can't even tell you guys. You guys will know yourself how critical it is that whatever moves happen this summer are executed in the most efficient and effective way, and the players that come in and the players that leave are the players that come in are productive, and the players that leave are the most unproductive ones. Ariane, Diego, we as Asian fans are concerned about Catalunya independence. If that happens, what is the future of La Liga and El Clásico? Ariane, your concern is my concern, my friend. I myself am Spanish. My mother, Catalan, half Spanish Catalan. See, however you want to look at it or call it. My mother is from here. My mother's side. I live here. My son is born here. I've been living here now for 6 years again. And my other side is Dutch. I say this because I come from a mixed background, mixed culture, and I've lived in 7, 8 different countries. I do not believe in setting up borders or setting up any kind of walls or those kind of things. My point is that I am fully in favor of the movement that we are experiencing in Europe, where borders are actually being being thrown down, and we have free trade, free travel, and all those kinds of things. So I don't want to start getting into a political debate, because I will be here for an hour, and like I said, I wanted to keep it brief. I've been going on for longer than I wanted to right now, but it's a concern of mine too, and it's a really real concern, because right now, the president of the Generalitat here in Catalunya, Puigdemont, called for the referendum to be held on October the 1st. Now, we've had these kind of referendums before. I think the last one was in 2014 or 15, if I'm not mistaken. However, things get heating up every time more and more and more, and this really needs to be taken serious. I don't know what's going to happen, if a vote will even happen on October 1st. If it does, what the result will be, and whatever the outcome is, what it will mean and how things will move forward. But it's concerning, and it's La Liga. Let's say, in the unlikely, or at least I hope unlikely cases that Catalunya does get independence, then La Liga will be stupid, obviously, to get rid of Barcelona, because it's they're one of their biggest cash cows. So and it would be terrible to not have a Clásico anymore. But anyway, political chat, that's for another day, another time, maybe on D-Spot. Yeah, that was laughable. Bellu, I saw earlier a question in French. Je parle un petit peu français. Pekun, salut Diego, est-ce que c'est vrai Verratti va venir le cas de Bellerin? Okay, my French is not that good, but is Verratti going to come, and perhaps Bellerin? Well, let's see. I don't know. They cost a lot of money. It's a whole lot of smoke right now. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. Português, yo no falo português tampoco, lo siento, mis amigos. I speak 5 languages, y el francés y portugués are not really 2 of them. Benedito, thank you. Agosto Benedito, that was the presidential candidate who put forward the vote of no confidence. It seems Bartomeu's planted Chanzi Khan. Changes Khan. Sorry for the bad pronunciation of your names, guys. It seems Bartomeu's planted by Perez to destroy the club, because what he doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe this is all big one conspiracy, huh, guys? Frederic, again, we should get Verratti, Jean-Michel Seri, Nelson Semedo. Yeah, also today, today it was said Semedo was almost impossible. Yeah. Hey, Renato. No, this is not Renato. It's funny. Often you guys get me confused with Renato. My name is Diego, based in Barcelona. Renato, based in Brazil, does editorial. I do video. Anyway, to your question, do you know? I guess you're trying to say, do you know the official role of Jordi Cruyff in the boardroom? I heard some rumor that he is acting in some kind of way of an associate of Roberto. Is this in any way true? Yeah, I heard the same. Istaike. I heard the same. I hope that he is. I know that he's still working for Maccabi as well. So, what his exact involvement is, to me, it seemed more of a way like a marketing strategy to cover up the fact that Bartomeu and the Junta Directiva, that whole board of directors of Bartomeu, had issues with Johan Cruyff. So, I don't really, so he's trying to basically clear his name now that Johan Cruyff is dead and can't criticize criticize, may rest in peace, and may he can't criticize Bartomeu anymore. But there was bad blood between the two, and I think he's trying to make up for it, clearing his name by bringing on his son Jordi. Which, good on him. I love Jordi. I've gotten the chance to meet him, and very nice guy. So if he is involved with the club, then that must be good. But I know he's still working for Maccabi too, so his involvement must be limited. And do you think if Barça signs Semedo plus Verratti, there's a path to success? Yeah, listen, I'm not against Semedo, I'm not against Verratti, I would love to see Verratti and Coutinho come. I would love to see a whole lot of the players come that are talked in the news. My point is that I'm not going to discuss it because I don't know. Nobody knows. Not even the newspaper knows. I've tried to talk to club sources and they've closed the door shut. There's nothing, no filtering. There's nothing going to be out until July. That's when that's when they said that's when movements will start to happen. So, it's just pointless to talk about it. I'm sick of reading about it. So, they're all great players, and I hope they all come. But I hope at the same time that La Masia starts becoming important again too. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to La Masia, coño? Es que está desapareciendo. Mohsin, tell me about transfer news. Who officially is coming and who officially is going? Well, my friend, I think I just answered your question. So don't forget, read on the articles. We at Barça Blaugranes, we have great editors. We have great writers that post articles every single day on Twitter, on Facebook. They are reposted. Of course, they all go on live on the site first at Barça Blaugranes. So make sure you guys read those because there all of these transfer news are discussed on a daily basis. From me, Diego, I'm going to be signing off from Barça Blaugranes. I'm going to continue a little bit longer on D-Spot and connect with my fans on my YouTube channel. So any of the Barça Blaugranes people, if you want to make a switch over to D-Spot, you can right now. I'm live there too. That's youtube.com/C/D-Spot. That's D for Diego Spot. Okay. I'm going to continue a little bit longer there because I have an announcement to make, which I'm sure all of you guys will be interested in as well. So, just switch over to YouTube, and I'm going to continue here for a few more minutes to make this announcement. If not, I'll see you guys next week with another Barça news update. So, here from Diego D-Spot reporting for Barça Blaugranes, I'm going to be signing off. Cheers, guys. Visca el Barça, visca Catalunya, viva España, y viva el mundo, coño. Because, it's all love. And we'll speak soon. And oh, by the way, once this goes up, continue hitting me up in the comment section because I always make an effort to try to answer your questions afterwards as well. All right? Barça Blaugranes, switching off, switch over to D-Spot on YouTube. Cheers. So, guys, what I wanted to say for the D-Spot people, while I press pause quickly. So, for the D-Spot channel, a lot of you guys, and I really appreciate the love that I've been getting. I've been having a lot of fun with the videos that have been coming out, that I've been doing for the Champions League, trying to push a little bit the name of Barça still out there, our club with the Despacito parody. Then I did a report for TYT Sports, went on my anniversary, mind you, free will. I went to look for a Peña Madridista. I did a great report. I have to say, the people were just so friendly. Even as a culé, as a lifetime culé, lifetime socio, I still, it was just great to do and great to talk to these people. So no bad blood there, and it was just a cool experience. That said, a lot of you guys have been hitting me up, both Barça and Madridistas, talking about, and thank you again for your comments, but talking about ways that you want to participate in the show. And I really appreciate that. So what I plan to do, this is my plan, okay? Hear me out. I want to get you guys involved in a way that we can have one-on-one interactive conversations. So rather than me hitting you guys up in the comment section, what I plan to do is the following. You guys send me a screenshot, so a screenshot of your screen where you show me that you have subscribed to the Spot channel. Subscribe and activate the notifications. Okay, once you have taken a screenshot of that area, so it's very easy to do. If you can't just figure it out, I'm sure you guys will know how to do a screenshot, but just basically an exact picture, or just take a picture, of the screen where I can see that you have subscribed to my channel. That's the point. Then send me that picture or screenshot to thisisdspot@gmail.com. Okay, send it to me. Send it with your name. Send it as an attachment with your name, a little bit of information about yourself, if you're a Barça fan, Madridista, whatever, and whatever topic you want to discuss. And what I will do every week, and if I can, multiple times a week, but definitely at least once a week, is I will, at random, just pick out somebody, pick out a topic, and do a one-on-one Skype session with you guys. Okay, and I'll record that, and that will go up as an episode of D-Spot. So we will continue the debate. Okay, you'll be able to just talk with me one-on-one, like just some people at a bar, or just friends, or just guys that don't know each other, just want to chit chat about sport and whatever other topics that might come up. And I thought that might be a cool way to get all of you guys involved, particularly those who've been asking me, messaging me, talking about what are ways that we can get involved, or you guys can get involved. So I hope that's cool. Let's try it out. It's something new for me. It's something new for you, I guess, too. And I think it'll be fun. Just abide by the rules. There really are no rules except for respect. I respect you, you respect me, and everything will go swimmingly. You can say a couple of swear words or something. I don't really, this is YouTube. This is my own personal channel, my own personal project. You guys that watch me will know me well enough as well to, realize that I drop the occasional F-bomb when things get heated or emotional and stuff. So I don't have a problem with that, but just respectful in terms of our views. Madridistas, I'm always respectful to you guys, so I expect the same back. So that's it. Screenshot or just take a picture that shows me that you've subscribed to my channel. Activate the notifications. Send it over an email, your name, what topic you want to discuss, and I'll pick you out at random, and we'll have a chat. All right. So again, the email address is thisisdspot@gmail.com. You can see the email also in the about section of my YouTube channel. thisisdspot@gmail.com. Okay. I'll after this goes up, I'll put a little banner that where you can see it again. All right, guys, that's it. That's all from me. That's all from Diego. That's all from D-Spot signing off. Hit me up with some likes. Hit me up in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe, of course. Otherwise, we can't chat. And make sure you share the video with other sport lovers. And I need to make an NBA video, man, because the finals just came. And hit me up if you want to talk about NBA. Hit me up because it's been a long time. I miss talking about NBA basketball. Cheers, guys. Love talking to you. Missed you guys. Peace out.